Oh my god, and she is back. Oh my god, it's been so long since I have posted here on my channel, and a lot has changed since then, and we'll get into it in just a minute. Right, if we already know each other, if you're a long-time subscriber, welcome back. I am so happy that you are here. If you are new to me, if this is the first time that you encounter me, my name is Dihessa Bodjona, and on this channel we literally talk about and really implement and integrate the mind and energy for creating abundance for ourselves in our lives, and also in our coaching, as I'm going to share in a little bit. Right? So if you are a long-time subscriber, you probably already know that the reason why I haven't posted in a while here has been because I've been going through a transition. I literally moved from one state to another, and there's been a lot that took my focus away, but now I am back. Right, I am back, but in kind of like a slightly different way. What does that mean? What it means really is that during my time of transition, during my time away from YouTube, a lot has happened. A lot of transformation has happened for me in my life. Literally, a lot of it being me integrating, right? Me embodying more and more of what I share about on this channel, which means mind and energy for our personal growth, for creating intentionally in our lives, and also for me personally, right? Or even if you're watching, maybe you are also a coach, how I implement, how I literally utilize, right? Like integrate this world of energy and mindset and mind that I talk about all the time for growing my business. In the past couple of months that I haven't been here, my business, like, I've gotten to be working with more and more and more people in my world, in my coaching, than ever before. I have been really like feeling my Sedona retreat. Like, this is going to be literally the biggest group that I've ever had in my Sedona retreat, and so much has been happening, right? And I really credit a lot of this to energy and mind and energy, the principles that I share with you on this channel, right? So today here, the point of me sharing this is that as I have gone through that, as I have been embodying more and more of this, just the slight challenges, the slight changes that are coming up on this channel are going to be me literally like sharing more, embodying more of these principles, so that when I talk about chakras, or when I talk about energy field, and when I talk about even mindset shifts and stuff like that, that it's not just some concept out there, right? That it is something that we utilize, that we fully utilize for our own personal development, for the opening up of our hearts, for integrating this in our lives in a way that it really propels us forward, in a way that it creates more growth for us, right? Personally, in our businesses, in our careers, in the abundance that we want to create, and in a way that it makes our lives better and more fulfilling, right? So with that said, one of the things that has become the most clear to me, right, in this process has been this, right? Our ability to process emotions in our lives play such a huge role in the way that we manifest in our lives, right? What has become very clear to me, and I've known this for a while now, but it has become more and more clear as I keep integrating this, is that creation and manifestation, intentional creation and manifestation, really happens on 3 layers, right? It's more and more evident to me now, on 3 layers, which is a physical layer, emotional layer, right, and mind layer, spiritual layer, if you want to call it that, right? Our thoughts, our actions, our thoughts, our actions, and our emotions must align, right? And deep down, like later on, like I plan so many videos for you. So make sure that you are subscribed if you are not already, because I have so many videos coming up for you around this topic. And so when I talk about this, it's not some esoteric idea, right? I really want us to move this out of some woo idea and bring it into our physical realm here, physical world here, and also emotional world and spiritual world, or mind world, so that we can utilize those as a tool for bettering our lives and for more abundance, for more creation, more personal development, evolution, and all that, right? Spirituality, for enlightenment, for all that, right? So let's get back to emotions, because that's what I want to focus on in this video. Is what has become very clear to me is our inability to process emotions plays such a huge role, right? Think about it. So when I talked about earlier, our actions must align with the way that we think and with the way that we feel, with our emotions. What that really means is that what I have come to experience, whenever I'm postponing something, whenever I'm procrastinating something, right? A lot of the times what's behind it is the fact that I am trying to avoid feeling a certain emotions. This goes way back, right? Literally, what it means is that throughout the process of our lives, a lot of it being in our childhood, when I watch myself, this is what I come to the realization of. I'm like, oh my God, push, like huge light bulbs have gone on in my brain the past few months. A lot of the times, a lot of these emotions, right? Like when there was maybe a time when I felt rejected and I didn't like it at all. And so I will do everything in my power not to feel that rejection. Why? Because I never processed the emotions that came. I kind of like shut it down. And because if you are on this channel, you know that what? Emotions are just energy in motion in our body. So when we don't process those emotions, they become what's stuck in our body. They literally become stuck in our body. And then when they become stuck in our body, literally the way that I have experienced this and the way that I see this is that literally when they become stuck, that means we never processed it, right? First of all, in the back of our head, we're trying to run away from it. Like, even though we're not thinking about it, we're trying to run away from it, right? When we have a project, when we have a goal, right? When we have a vision, and we know that we have to take this action, we have to take action, we have to reach out to this person or this person. But because there's that fear of being rejected in the back, sometimes it's even unconscious, right? In the back of our head, it's kind of like, it's kind of willing like that, and we don't think about it, but it's consuming a lot of our energy. Why? Because that energy that we didn't process is stuck in our body, right? And a lot of the times what ends up happening is that through resonance, right? Because it's here, it's already inside of us. Through resonance, something happens in our lives again, right? We get rejected. Something happens here and there, especially when we're pursuing that goal and that vision. That's our opportunity to actually heal this. And because it happens, or we're afraid of happening, we don't know how to process these emotions, or we're trying to avoid processing these emotions. What we end up doing is we avoid doing the thing, we don't do it, or our mind goes totally to the opposite. What if this happened? What if this happened? And we get consumed by that, right? And that is the surest way of really stopping our ability of creating what we want and what we desire and what we're going for in our lives. On the other hand, when we learn to process our emotions well, right? And all this, by the way, has a lot to do with energy in the body. Can you believe that, right? So when we learn how to process our emotions well, it becomes much smoother, right? I have been able to literally speed up how I manifest in my life the past few months, because I've learned how to really face my emotions and process them out of my body. and face them, not try to avoid them, and look at them as, oh, it's just an opportunity for me to heal that which is stuck in my body, right? And so I really, really wanted to share this with you today. Look at yourself in your life, right? I observe myself all the time, and look at where, like, when you are trying, like, when you know, okay, I have a goal, I want to manifest that, I want to create that, right? If you are a coach, if you're an entrepreneur, whatever it is that you do in your life, you want to get a promotion, whatever it is, right? And you know that maybe you need to talk to your boss, or maybe you need to make videos, or maybe you need to show up, write a post, right? But somewhere, somehow, and a lot of the times we call it blocks, right? But my new opinion now is we do not need to focus on, let me remove this block, right? We don't need to, because whatever we focus on, it grows and expands, right? If we focus on what it is that we want to create to begin with, right? Then healing comes. We focus on what we want to create, and then we are willing to process any emotions that comes along. We say to ourselves, no matter what happens, I am going to guide myself through it, right? And then when those emotions come up, not trying to avoid them, but allowing them to process themselves through, right? It is huge. It is so huge. It is so big, right? So with that said, when I say we've tried for a long time, this is our human habit, right? I wasn't taught how to process my emotions properly, so I led my life a lot in the past trying to avoid things. That's why I procrastinated so much. That's why a lot of my chakras were blocked, right? Because I wouldn't process it. That's why I was in my head so much. That's why I couldn't focus, because I was trying to avoid emotions that I didn't know how to process, right? So what ends up happening is that because these emotions are, again, just energy in motion, they get stuck. They create like these blockages, right? Literally blockages in your body, right? So in the next video, the reason why I'm talking about this is that in the next video, I have something very, very powerful for you. A very, very, very powerful exercise to help you start really releasing, right, those blockages that have been created in your body, or start opening up your heart, like literally opening up, releasing, right, that energy that blocked emotions have really left in your body. So again, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure that you are subscribed. This is super, super, super powerful. I use this exercise, this literally like it's a sequence. I use it all the time. That helps me guide myself. That helps me not fall into my emotions. That helps me, even when I am afraid, to become, oh my God, the observer, and not let the fears take over me. All right. So, and I'm excited to share that with you in the next video, and I will see you then. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And again, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure that you do. And if you love this video, make sure that you do also share that with anyone you know who can benefit from it. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.